This year, Mantsho by Palesa Mokubung celebrates 20 years in the South African fashion industry. Today, she will present her first ever solo show at the SA Fashion Week in Melrose Arch. Having just been given birth to her second daughter, she will be honoring the spirit of motherhood and the need to replenish her soul and refill her cup after giving birth as a creative. We caught up with her earlier on in the week and spoke to her about the 2 decades milestone, and this is what she had to say.
You know, there's two folds to it. I can sit back and I have to sit back and think about, you know, the good and the challenges. And I would say that there's been a lot more good than there has been challenges, because the challenges ultimately, you know, in hindsight, they were actually they were a blessing. Many times when I've had challenges, I've needed to, it meant I needed to evolve. It actually was an opportunity. So I think the last 20 years have been just really creating a solid foundation for the next 20 years. That's all that it's been. You know, all the accolades, the experience, the challenges have really, I feel like they were just a good foundation for the brand to start soaring and going into different spaces. So I would say it takes passion. I think it takes having a clear vision. It takes a very high level of focus. And it takes kind of trusting your intuition, because that's how the brand was born. And every time I kind of feel like I'm going through a lot, I have to remember that it came out of thin air. So whatever sort of you know, issues I might have, I need to know that the answer is at my reach. I just need to be still enough to find it. Well, I'm an artist, and it's important for me to express myself. You know, creating a collection is usually such a gift for me. It gives me time to reflect. It's very introspective, and I'm an emotional, you know, being. I think most of my collections have spoken mainly about just how I feel, you know, as a person, or what I'm going through at the time. And then if something's really, really bothering me, you know, that is happening socially, then I will bring it into that space. But you know, the whole brand is just based on, you know, the confidence to be, you know, yourself, and to give myself permission to feel and to express everything, and to everything that I feel, and to know that it is valid. It's okay for me to feel, you know, like that. I validate myself, meaning that I validate the women, you know, and the woman that I dress. And it also gives anybody else who's listening, watching, wearing, the permission to do the same in their different spaces. So, and also I don't believe for looking too far, you know, for inspiration. Like I said, I am very, I have you know, intuition. I have intuition, and I have learned to trust it in the past. Yeah, when all fails, I don't go very far. I just look right within. It's usually somewhere here for me. It's usually somewhere here, and then the minute I can connect with it, a whole collection can come out. And I think she's a nurturer, you know. I think that the Mantsho woman is a nurturer. I'm finding that I am the Mantsho woman. I used to aspire, you know, to be the Mantsho woman, and as soon as I connected with her, or as soon as I got mature enough, I started to know her clearly, and my brand took you know, a clear turn. I suddenly started having a very clear idea of where I wanted to go, because I knew where this woman wanted to go. I knew where she was heading. I work with a couple of graphic designers to create you know, different prints for a season. I feel like, you know, over the years I have kind of created some kind of an aesthetic, you know, for South African fashion, and that's really come from, you know, these quiet moments that I have with myself, kind of coming up with these briefs, you know, to designers to say, you know, this is where I am. I'm feeling this bold, or, you know, or that bold, and these are the colors that I want to go with. I'm an earth sign, I'm an earth brand, so I like my, muted. So if it's orange, it's like a burnt sort of terracotta, quiet orange. It's not a fluorescent, color. So the prints really, talk about my personality and my character, as a woman, as a creative, and that is what you're seeing is really the spirit of my soul, really, in these prints. I'm many things. Shy is not one of them, and I think that that's what comes through in my clothes. So I have a lot of shy people who come in here to come and kind of, get armor, so they can kind of get out of their shell. So we really sell, it looks like we sell clothes, but I think we sell more, we sell stature, we sell confidence, we sell, your next contract. If you want to get the next contract, if you want to get the next deal, you come and get a dress from here, a look from here. We prepare you for really big moments in your life. Wow, I can't believe the brand is, I can't believe that's the brand, I've built. I just realized that now. So I've been in the industry for 20 years. I think I've been focused for about 10 of those years. And I've got about 10 awards. So that's like an award for every 2 years, or award for every fourth, or one award for each year in the last 10 years. And the awards range from, Women of the Year, Lifetime Achiever, Best Dressed Designer, all awards I think I deserve. But I think for me, the main accomplishment is the fact that I'm still standing here, in 20 years. There's so many more awards. Talk to me in 10 years. I want to double that, triple it. But it's not about that, because those awards are just sitting on the shelf, but the work still carries on. The work still carries on, the grind, the vision has to be clearer. The challenges present themselves, oh yes, they do. So I think that my whole existence is testament to a great story. That alone is an achievement. Just the fact that I'm sitting here with you is amazing. And I'm not a girl. I started this when I was a baby. Look at me, I'm a woman talking to, it's amazing. Fashion in South Africa is young, is what, 20 years, maybe 30 years. And us brown people have been playing in this field for a very short time, on a high level, very short time, maybe 10 years. So I know that the next 20, I might be around for another 20 years, maybe a little bit longer, but this needs to go on for a really long time. Now, I don't have to feel the responsibility for it, but I do. So I want to honestly build a very strong young generation of designers. I want to play a solid part in doing that, but also because I'm a maternal leader, and then that's just my style of management, and my leadership style. So I feel I feel that it is important for me to take on the young ones. So definitely a space that I want to focus in. And then I want to go into the sustainable space. I think that fashion is one of the most kind of wasteful industries. And to a large extent that bothers me. It's starting to bother me. I'm starting to care about my footprint. And it's something that you have to be passionate about, but it's just something that I want to start. It's, it's a 5-year, 10-year plan for me to be a lot more sustainable as a brand.